Okay, you guys, good afternoon. Brenda Hillard here. I am Brenda Hillard. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am located in north central Minnesota. And north central Minnesota, it is snowing like mad again today. Here we are, March 1st, coming in like a lion, right? I just have to make sure that we've connected every place that we're supposed to be and that it is looking yeah, I think it looks okay. If it's not okay, just like on Saturday, my internet was just being a little bit slow, even though I had enabled some enhancement things. Yeah, so if it's too painful, I will upload this to YouTube when we're done and attach the link, and then you can check it out there. Okay, so happy March 1st. Lots of stuff happening. The reveal of the first online exclusives, which are going to be a quarterly offering, something new at Stampin' Up. To find them, you go out to the stampinup.com and then click on new arrivals. And then in there, you will see the online exclusives. Sorry. Right up here, you will see my new host code for March. That's exciting too. With a $75 purchase, you will receive a pack of the pastel adhesive backed sequins just for shopping with me. And of course, any orders placed with me during the month will receive a special handmade thank you from me. So, yeah, there's not a lot. I sent out my newsletter first thing this morning. Go out there and look. I put those within the newsletter itself, the items that you can look at or choose from in the online exclusives. I did put a note on there if you are one of my customers who does not shop online, which I have, a good couple handfuls of you. So just reach out. Let me know what you want. I will help you get it set up, and we'll get you the products that you're wanting. All right. I can see I've got people on. Again, I don't know who's on until they pop in and say hello. But I want to share with you today and I don't have it right here. I want to share with you again this beautiful stamp set and it's called the Irresistible Blooms. It's part of the Hello Irresistible suite. Let me flip down so we can talk a little bit, okay? And I can show you what I'm talking about. So I have two new things at Create with Brenda this month. This first one I'm going to tell you about is an in-person card class only. There are no to-go options with my cards a la carte. This is going to be happening Tuesday, March 21st from 1 to 3 p.m. at my home, okay? Registration will close on Tuesday, March 14th. Included in the class, you will be making 8 cards for $35. It's an in-person class, as I said before, and going forward, we will have this cards a la carte the third Tuesday of each month. There will be 4 card designs, and you will make 2 of each for a total of 8. So, that being said, I know 2 hours is not a lot of time for 8 cards. However, you will have all the pieces and parts cut ahead of time for you. So you can assemble one and then stamp the pieces for the other and assemble that once you get home if you feel like you don't have enough time to do all 8 of them in the 2 hours. Okay. All you'll need to bring for the cards a la carte class is your own, of course, and your own adhesive. If you bring a friend, and when you register, you can use the promo code called register a friend, exclamation, in all caps. It's worth $5 off for anyone who registers a friend to join in the fun. Seating is limited to 6 per session. If there is a need, I will add an additional session, and the link for registration is on my website at createwithbrenda.com, and it's also in my newsletter, so check it out there. Okay. The other is this beautiful, you can tell I've been in it and I've been creating with it and I love it. But this is the Irresistible Blooms bundle. Fun script or fonts with script and print. You know how I like those. And then there's the 2 leaf stamps, the 2 flower stamps, this little branch, and then the splatter. Okay. The dies are gorgeous. The dies cut out the flowers, the leaves, even that little sprig. And then there's these gorgeous dies. There's a circle and the border. And like I said, it's really fun. So is what we're going to do. We're going to make a card. But I first want to tell you that I will be doing an Hello Irresistible card class. And I'm really excited to be offering this class with the opportunity to purchase add-on products if needed. There are 6 beautiful tutorials using the products from the Hello Irresistible collection, and the card class packets and tutorials are $30 if you do not purchase the bundle, but the class is half price when you purchase the Hello Irresistible Sweet Collection from me by March 15th. Okay, so if you are a team member, it's half price when you purchase the bundle, or the collection. The class for my team members will be free. For my customers, it is $15 when you purchase the Hello Irresistible Sweet Collection. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not making sense with that. Registration does close for this on March 15th. Again, this is in my newsletter that I sent out today, so check it out there. Let's bring in a fun fold project that I'm going to do today. These are the cards that I have made for my customers who ordered from me in February. And I just wanted to share them with you because this, my friends, is why you want to shop with me. All right, I used the paper from the Fancy Flora. It's the 6x6, and if you haven't seen this paper, you're going to want to see this paper. If you attended the spring retreat, we made a corner tuck fold using this print, but the back sides on these are just as beautiful as the front sides. Aren't they gorgeous? And when you see them up close, it looks like somebody literally took acrylic paints and painted. Look at this one. Ooh, the colors in this are just gorgeous. You can see I've got all my little pieces and parts I've been creating with this paper. Good stuff, huh? And there's lots to choose from. Today we're going to be using this print, and I'll show you what we've got don't worry about measurements. I'm going to put the measurements right down below in the video description. So, is what we have. Ooh, here's my parts way over here. All right. I've got a piece of basic white cardstock that measures 5 1/4 by 8. It's different sized, 5 1/4 by 8. I have a piece of Orchid Oasis that measures 5 1/4, I'm sorry, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I have a piece of our beautiful Designer Series paper that is 4 inches square. And then I have just a scrap for stamping, okay? And of course, we need an envelope. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna take my scrap piece first, and I'm gonna show you a really kind of a fun technique. I think I've done this before, but I'm just going to do it again. And I also want to just kind of demonstrate about inking up your ink pads. So when I order an ink pad, I order the re-inker because these stamp pads last a long, long time. And a lot of times you just need to add a little more ink. So you saw me drip the re-inker bottle on there. Then I just take a plastic spoon and I just kind of go across in both directions to work that ink into the pad, okay? So let's start with our big flower again. This is from the Irresistible Blooms. All right, I'm gonna ink up and I'm gonna stamp. And then I'm gonna ink up the smaller flower here. And these are red rubber. This is an 11 piece set, and these are available to order starting today. My gut tells me that this is probably not going to last very long because when I go out and look, I can see the French version is already unavailable. So I think it's going to be a sellout, folks. And I don't know if they're going to have it come back to us or not. So let's take, I have some bad shadows just because the weather is so icky here today. Let's see if that helps. That helps a little. I'm going to take my aqua painter. I'm going to squeeze it just so that I can feel the bristles being a little bit wet. And I'm going to start just going across where I just stamped. And what that does is it pulls the ink and gives us a very, very light shading of the Orchid Oasis. Now I'm going to go over and do the same thing on our little flower. And it's very subtle, but it's very noticeable. Can you see? I'll set that aside and let it dry. All right, so next I'm going to bring in, and I just want to make sure that I have the right measurements on this because it looks a little wide. 5 1/4 by 8 and scored at 4. That's our card base. So I'm just going to bring my edges and I'm going to bring in my trimmer. I showed this on, I don't know if it was a live video or Coffee and Create, but I saw somebody do this and it's like, that is genius. So they put their edges together, slide it up here to the edge on our paper trimmer, and then crease. And you get just this perfect fold for your card. I don't know why, but sometimes when you do that, when you score and fold, there's always just like that 1/8 of an inch difference, and so your edges aren't really nice. All right, shouldn't have put my trimmer away because now I'm going to take that 4-inch square piece that we cut, and I'm just going to push this up so that the corner is right up in the cutting trough at the top, and the other corner is down at the cutting trough as well. And then I'm just going to do a light score on the diagonal, okay? So I'm going to bring this together. See how pretty? I just love this paper. All right, I'm just gonna score along so that we have the 2 triangles, okay? So I'm going to add some adhesive only to this side. Let me get my silicone mat. Maybe. I've got quite the mess here. Whenever the month ends and the new month begins, there's just a lot of stuff that I do. And if you've ever thought about ordering from me, I had a good question from a viewer. It's like, what do I get if I order from you? I mean, why would I order from you? Well, my number one answer to that is that I provide exceptional customer service. I always try to inspire you with projects on several times a week, and I should say a couple times a week and several times a month. Also, this is what I do. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I retired from the working world, and so this is what I do. So it's what I'm doing right now is I'm just putting this in here at the 5 1/4 mark, and I just want to trim off. You can see that we had just a little overhang with our square. So I'm sorry, 5 1/4, not 5 1/2. There we go. I'm gonna cut that because I want our edges nice and even. And you're going to glue that on the back so that it opens this way. Kind of odd, right? But just wait till you see our finished product. Okay, so now before we do anything more, I want to stamp on this. And is what I did is I set up my stamparatus so that I could be 100% certain to get the perfect image or the perfect stamp. I guess I need my magnet. All right, so is what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up the thank you from the Irresistible Bloom set. I'm probably jumping around on this. I've made quite a few of these actually, like I said, to send out to my customers, but I'm just gonna rub on here with what I call my air hockey puck. Okay, so now I get that really, oops, look what I did. Ink on my fingers. That's okay. We can fix that up. So is what I'm going to do is take the splatter stamp from this set, and using Blushing Bride, I'm going to just stamp kind of randomly throughout our card front. And before I put it away, on the inside of this card, I'm going to bring back in our Orchid Oasis, and I want our little flower. Ink that up really well, and I'm just going to stamp that right here in the middle. Okay. And then let's take our splatter stamp with our Blushing Bride, and we're just going to stamp a little bit on the corner. Okay. Bringing in our envelope, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to ink up the small flower, stamp, ink up the Blushing Bride, and stamp. All right, I think we've got it. Set those aside to dry. And I'm going to bring in our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And I'd like to welcome my two new teamies, Angie and Carol. They both were able to get the minis. So there will be lots of die cutting in their futures. Remember how we want to stagger the plates on the mini. And let's get our dies. I'm just going to put this right here on our flower. And I need the other flower die. And that is going to go just like that. Okay, here's cutting plate number 2. And we'll roll these forward. Just kind of get them started. I think my bottom one moved here a little bit. I'm just going to try to scooch it over without stopping the process here. I don't know if I can or not. Yeah, there we go. I knew that little ruler would come in handy for something. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I use it a lot. Okay. So there we go. I don't want to go too far with that mini because we've got one more thing to cut. But can you kind of see how those flowers kind of faded and shaded with using the aqua painter and the ink on the cardstock itself? I love that. And now our next step is in the set, there are 3 of these intricate leaf dies. And is what I did is I took a piece of Soft Seafoam and I added some of our adhesive sheet to the back of the cardstock. Now I'm going to leave that on because that's going to turn these into stickers, which makes it very easy to adhere them to our card front. So again, I'm staggering my plates. Staggering meaning the edges are not even, and I'm just going to start turning it through our machine. Okay. All right. Now we are done die cutting. Let's get these little beauties out of there. They're so pretty, you guys. We'll just wait till you see them. All right, I'm gonna get my Take Your Pick tool. I gave away 2 of the Take Your Pick tools on my Create with Brenda Crafters page on Facebook. I had a lot. What did I have? 30? Oh, I don't remember. I think there were close to 30 card entries that people had made and posted a picture using the hashtag, and then they go into a drawing every time they post a card. And this month, 2 lucky winners won a Take Your Pick tool. And I just announced those over on my page. So if you posted cards, you better hop on over there and check and see if you're the winner. All right, so there's my 3 leaves. And you saw how nicely all the little pieces came out. All right, let's bring our card front back in. And is what I want to do is I want to fold this over, and I'm going to give that a good crease with our bone folder. And we need some dimensionals. And if I recall, I think I get to open, I get to open a new pack of, or a new sheet of dimensionals. Yay, I love new sheets of dimensionals. All right. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I am going to lay this flower right in here, but I only want to put dimensionals kind of in a triangle there. I don't want to catch the point of our designer series paper, okay? So I want to go here, here, and here. Okay. Now, when I put this down on the card, I'm just going to make sure that the point of our flap can still fit underneath that flower that we didn't, you don't want to tape it down, okay? All right. Now, let's get our other flower, and I'm just going to add some Stampin' Seal, and I can put that one down right here. And now our leaves. So you see how I had those ink smudges on there? It's going to be okay. We won't even be able to see them by the time we're done. Just taking the backing off now, because those adhesive sheets, remember, made these into stickers. And one more. But how easy is this compared to trying to get glue and not getting too much glue and then it being sticky? And we don't want that. We want pretty cards. Okay, so how pretty is that, right? You can see the other side of the paper, and then when they open, all right, but it's not done. Hold on, hold on. We have to add some Stampin' Seal to the back, and then we're going to put that on that piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 Orchid Oasis. Look how that just makes that color pop, right? So there we are. Now, I didn't add embellishments because I felt like this had a lot of color and texture. So this, my friends, is what I call an envelope flap fun fold. I hope you love it. I hope that you will buy this suite of products. Remember, if you do, you can subscribe to my Hello Irresistible class, which includes tutorials. It includes demonstration videos for each of the 4 cards, and you make 2 of each of the cards, so 8 cards total. And like I said, when you purchase this bundle of products, the suite of products, the class is $15 to you. And if you're my team member and you purchase the suite of products, the class is free to you. So have a great day, everybody. Hop on out there either to my newsletter or to my website at createwithbrenda.com and check out all the new products. There's new bundles. There's a little rhino set, a birthday rhino set. There are some of the circle punches are back. So get out there, check it out, see what there might be for you to add to your collection. Bye for now.